I do it so well. It's Puma on the toes, but the stars on the clothes. I'm Starboy, fresh at the DF Dub. Yeah, I'm a hard hitter. Don't stare to fit in the ego hit you. What is you saying, man? Look at the swag. Please do forgive the brag. I'ma pull up later in the Cowboy jag. Don't you slip on the drip. I'm flossing the sauce. Go so hard for the star. Yeah, that be win, lose, or draw. If you take a L, get the F off my block. Cowboys win. Barachos, pull up the shots. Really can't help it, got a star status. Even got it tatted on my arm. Yes, we be fire, bring strong. Left a little room, cause it's quest for the six. Starboy really reppin' this shit. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's no more left in ya. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep reppin' loud until there's nothing left in me. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys to the death for me.
Yeah, tell me who the number one fan. Yeah, Mr. Westside, I'm the man. Dallas Cowboys from my head to the toes. They better recognize who the fuck I am. Damn, haters run their mouth like a bitch when they team ain't shit and my team stay lit. Yeah, I'm about to rep this shit to the day I die in an all blue casket. If you wanna get with a club with love, tell Star Status Westside sent ya. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Emmett.
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? Man? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. It is your boy West Coast. And then I also got my bishop on here. I got my OG partner. You know what I'm saying?
What up, everybody? What's going on?
He coming in loud and clear this morning.
Yeah.
Not saying you don't come in loud and clear other mornings, but you coming out. Yes, they can. Why can they not? They are in their cage. I don't care about that. They dogs. They supposed to be out to go. Somebody go out there and tell them to shut up. Hold on real quick. This is a dog-friendly location. They should be used to dogs. Go outside and tell them to be quiet. Go. Hello? Yeah, man. Sometimes I'm down for debate, and sometimes I'm down for you just doing what you're asked.
Bottom line.
This is one of those days.
Yeah. Don't
but but you know how it is. Hey, man, that's why my boy Jay Tuck say Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love when he said that. Yeah, West Coast, Happy Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, what's up? And speaking of which, if y'all want one of these beautiful Frenchie dogs, man, y'all can definitely come get one right now. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to me nice, I might even give you a discount. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones, if you want a dog, come holler at me. You got a better chance of getting a deal with me than Dak. That's all I got to say. I'll give a little bit. You know what I'm saying, Jerry?
Yeah.
A little bit, I'll give you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I might give you a payment plan. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But hey, man, you already know it is your boy West Coast. I got the bishop from the Big Time Show on here. What's up with you, sir?
Man, we just out here. What's going on, everybody? Always good. We here again. Another week. Another episode of this show and nothing else. You know, Cowboy talk. Can't get no better than that, y'all. That's why you here. Let's go ahead and get rocking. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
As the Dallas Cowboy world turns.
There you go. Like every day, man. Like a soap opera. We ought to be nominated for an Emmy Award, daytime Emmy Award. For soap. We're gonna beat out the Young and the Restless. Ain't no doubt about that.
That damn Victor.
Yeah, that Victor ain't got nothing on us.
That damn Victor.
Victor Newman ain't got nothing on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm tell you that right now.
Nothing, bro. Nothing. Jerry Jones walks. You know how in the soap opera they always walk in and before they about to say something epic, the camera just sits on them. Like they'll walk in.
Yeah. With the dramatic music behind.
Jerry Jones just walks in and he's like,
dun-dun.
And then it pans over to Steven.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
Then you hear that behind you.
Commercial break.
Yeah. We gonna get an Emmy Award because look, there's no other team that is more dramatic than the Dallas Cowboys. It ain't no doubt about that. It's better than J.R. Ewing. J.R. Ewing been dead a long time. We just called it Jerry Jones, the oil man himself.
Yeah, man. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this right here: for a lonely, for a struggling father, out here trying to take care of his family and his kids and keep a kid through college. Jerry Jones, I appreciate you. You definitely keep our bread butter, man, because I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you. We thank you today.
Listen, man, even my kids is doing content now, man. My kids did a video this past weekend, man.
Really?
And it was simply the question was very, very simple. Well, actually, they did a video on Mr. CeeDee Lamb because that's one of the players that they know. You know what I'm saying? It was very easy for me to ask my kids, dang, what do you guys think the Cowboys would be without a CeeDee Lamb? You know what I'm saying? And let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see.
Wow.
If I can pull it up real quick. Because
I bet you they were very detailed from their perspective.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Here we go.
Breaking news. CeeDee Lamb is not expected to come to training camp if he doesn't get his paycheck. How does that make you all feel? It makes me feel like he's not getting paid enough.
Yeah.
It makes me feel that he's not getting paid enough, the same thing.
Okay, do you think CeeDee Lamb should get paid?
Yeah, I think he should get paid.
Yeah.
Because he does all the work for the Cowboys.
Okay, last year he had almost 1,800 yards and 12 touchdowns. How do you think the Cowboys would be without that?
They would.
It's going to be hard to replace that, right?
Yeah. It'd be hard.
So Cowboys need to do what?
Cowboys need to dominate more and pay him.
There you go.
And not just make him the superstar. We need the whole team to be the superstar.
Okay, so Cowboys pay CeeDee Lamb.
So Cowboys pay CeeDee Lamb.
And what do you say on the way out?
Never look down because the stars are peace. What's up with you guys? It's TJ and
Tired.
Breaking news.
Yeah, man. So we are the kids are the future. You know
Yeah. Speaking of which, if you don't mind, let me get mine here real quick while we get set up real quick. Come here, man. You got your own mic.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. Got one question for you. You in the mic? You get in. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen.
Come out. How old is you?
You can't hear. Oh, you
9? You look 40. Hey, son, you play football?
Yes, sir.
The great University of Alabama would like to speak to you after this video, sir. Okay? You gotta have your parents present, but we want to talk to you after this interview. Okay, go ahead, son. What you got to say?
So Cowboys haven't paid CeeDee Lamb. Do you think he ought to be paid first, and then what do you think the Cowboys would be without CeeDee Lamb?
Wide receivers, they would be pretty bad.
They'd be pretty bad. Yeah. Do you think he needs to be paid?
Yes, really bad. Yes.
Do you think he needs to be paid at least in the top 2 to 3 wide receivers in the league? Or should he be paid number 1? Number one. Why?
Because he's the only reason why we make the playoffs.
Up.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we can ladies and gentlemen, that we done. We're finished with the show. You heard it out of the child's mouth.
Hey, I was literally thinking about that voice, trying to repeat it before you said it, but go ahead, because that's that. I couldn't.
That's it. Out of the mouth of babes, they say that's the Bible. Hey.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. When a kid watches a show, they remember though. Like, listen, obviously, there's more guys that make plays, a whole bunch of people that make plays. But you got to say it like, man, this is a superstar world, right? When kids see offense, they see plays, they see what do they see? They see 88, and that's exactly what Jerry Jones wants. That's exactly what he wants. When you think of the Dallas Cowboys, you think of 88. And to be honest with you, that is a testament to CeeDee Lamb because it hasn't always been like that since CeeDee Lamb's been here. There was a time where I actually was thinking, man, I'm not saying I always knew CeeDee Lamb was be a good receiver, but there's a difference between being a good receiver and being viewed as a guy that should be getting paid top 10. That's two totally different worlds.
Yeah. The thing is, my fault, y'all. I got so excited I didn't turn it was on, but he didn't. I didn't have it.
No, you can hear him. You can hear him.
But you can hear him because
you heard him. I heard him.
My mic. He can come through my mic. But listen, football is a team sport. But ladies and gentlemen, let's just be honest. When you're missing a gigantic piece, your team is not the same. It's just that simple. You take number 4 out of the lineup, you won't win 12 games.
No, you won't.
It's just that simple. You take 88 out of the lineup and replace him with Jalen Tolbert, whatever his number is. It is a difference.
Go shake
So
that cage and tell him to shut up.
let's not act like he could be he can be replaced, but the quality, the production, the all pro, the if you want to go football, Jalen Tolbert get out there. Are they rolling two men to be committed to Jalen Tolbert? The answer is no. You know what I'm saying? So the question that's going to be asked a little bit later on as we talk about it, you got to take that from your perspective. It ain't just anybody. This is a legitimate all pro player that you got to act like it. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, real quick, Henny just stepped in the building. Let me go shut these dogs up real quick. Introduce yourself, Henny.
All right,
Hey,
what's up?
man,
What's up,
it's
Henry?
your
What's up
boy.
with you?
What's up with you, Bishop? How you living, brother?
Man, I'm trying to do the best I can, man. You know what time it is.
Indeed, man. So, hey, just if y'all don't know, because listen, I am actually broadcasting from a secret location right now. But it is your boy,
Lord.
Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store. So, Bishop, what were we talking about? I didn't really catch what the conversation was before I stepped in the building.
Really, we just kind of give a little prelude. We was talking about, West showed his sons doing a little content about CeeDee not being signed and what if he's not there. And of course, his sons gave their opinion about it. My son is in here in the room with me, and I just asked him the same question. Everybody's saying the same thing. The Cowboys will be bad without CeeDee, and they should pay him. So that's where we at right now.
So I'm gonna just say this. So of course, CeeDee Lamb, one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League, needs a contract. But my thing is, man, we've seen the same song and dance time and time again when it comes down to the contract negotiations with the Dallas Cowboys. When was the last wide receiver? Matter of fact, when was the last number one wide receiver that didn't have to fight to get their money in Dallas? Because last time I remembered, CeeDee Lamb, big brother Amari Cooper, he actually left the building, got an offer from the Commanders to play for them, and then he came back to Dallas and chose to sign a lesser contract to stay in Dallas.
And like
Dez
a real
Bryant,
rip
they ran a whole smear campaign against that man. They up here talking about a video that may or may not have existed. They did everything in their power to try to drive Dez Bryant price down, and they eventually paid him. Right? I think maybe Michael Irvin was the last number one wide receiver in Dallas that didn't have to go through a drawn out contract negotiation to get things done. So my thing though, man, is this: the Dallas Cowboys, they always gonna finesse. They gonna try to haggle. They gonna try to do this and that. But I think it'll get done eventually. But my thing is this is a repeated pattern with the Dallas Cowboys. No matter who you is, what your name is, what you've done for the franchise, they gonna try to penny pinch you.
Yeah. Got too much evidence for that. Too much evidence. Way too much.
So do I think that it gets to the point where he had to pull an Emmitt Smith and miss the first 2 games of the season? No. I don't believe that. Especially the way contracts are set up now. He'd be missing a lot of money and missing those 2 games. Then I don't know if he'll be able to cool. So I don't think that he holds out the entirety of the season. And I think that they get the contract done, man. You know, I think that the longer they wait, the more headlines they can typing at this point. They pretty much just paying for the advertisement. Hold up. Can y'all hear me? Because I had went out for a second.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm traveling.
Now, you're good. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, unless we tell you we can't hear you, we can hear you.
Right,
but do me a favor though. When you're not talking, mute it because I can hear myself in the background. Other than that, you're good.
All right, Gucci. So yeah, man. I don't really know what's gonna play out with the CeeDee Lamb stuff, but it's really stupid when you think about it from the context of he was already an All-Pro, and you could have signed him at a cheaper price than waiting. Because remember, 2022 he made an All-Pro team. He was the first team All-Pro, but without Dak Prescott for 5 games, he still showed you he was a top 10 wide receiver. That should have been enough to get him paid right there. By you waiting, letting him play out another season where he had MVP caliber production, offensive player of the year caliber production, becoming a first team All Pro. You bid it against yourself because there was no reason to wait to even get the contract done.
Yeah.
So that's the other side of the coin. Like, not only do I think it'll get done, it should have been done.
Long time ago.
All right, so let's look at this real quick. Ooh. All right, there we go. Oh, that worked out perfectly.
Good enough.
Let me mess it up. You know what I'm saying? You know when it's going good, you know what a real dad do. He mess it up. Let me add a little piece right here too.
Yeah.
All right, bam. Hey, man, I'm getting pretty good at this. You know what I'm saying? You dig? I'm getting pretty good at this.
You definitely better than what you were last week. It's called progress. It's called progress.
You know what, Bishop?
It's progress.
See,
until right then. You know what I'm talking about?
I see there, AKA Mr. Doing Too Much.
That's called regression. Progress.
How he teach you 2 vocabulary words in 1 month?
I mean, that's what it's called.
And the needle word of the day is regression. Regression is obviously when you're progressing and then you do something irregular and then you go back to where you was.
Yeah.
All right, so yo, man. These are the highest paid wide receivers, professional catchers of the football. I'm going to say this out loud, too, so my kids can hear it. Jordan Jefferson, 140 boom-yas. Jesus. Ooh. That's full contract. Let me switch it up one time because them guys, them big. Jesus Christ. A.J. Brown, 96. Amon St. Ra, 120. Well, let me do by average year. Justin Jefferson, 35. AJ, 32. Amon St. Brown, 30. Tariq, 30. Jaden Waddle, 28. Devontae Adams, who still plays in the NBA. He's still playing in the NFL. I thought he was in the NBA now. But yeah,
wow.
$28 million. Listen, I'm just saying, Devontae, I mean, goddamn, he ain't played.
Disappeared when he got.
Yeah, he ain't played since Aaron Rodgers was a Packer.
Devontae Adams just had like 1,300 yards with the Raiders.
I know, but I'm not. But listen to me. Unfortunately, Devontae Adams having 1,300 yards with the Raiders is like. I'm not saying it's like 1,000 yards, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm not knocking it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, it was
quiet. It was a quiet.
Very quiet 1,300. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? It was like a Cooper Kupp. He probably 26 million, and Devontae Smith, another Eagle, 25. Those are your top. I mean, DK up there, 24. Debo up there, 23. Michael Pittman, 23, and Terry McLaurin, 23. Man, I'm gonna tell you this right here. If I'm looking at that list, there's 3 receivers up there that are making $30 million a year. Tariq Hill, in my opinion, is probably one of the more dominant receivers on that list. Justin Jefferson didn't even play a lot last year. What I'm getting to the point is this list is all over the place. It's definitely not ranked by who's the best. Definitely not ranked by the best. And it's definitely not even ranked by who's most available.
It's based off of more of potential or
And
what you think they're going to be.
If you were just ranking availability, potential, and their current production, CeeDee Lamb should be probably 1 or 2 on that list.
No question.
Because he has better availability than the number 1 guy on there, who's Justin Jefferson. And then think about this, the next available guy who's like highest paid, who's also available, A.J. Brown. CeeDee Lamb's better than him.
Yes. It's really flipped up. You throw Tyreek to the top of the list, and then you go with
Let's think about this, OG. Minnesota Vikings wanted Justin Jefferson to be the highest paid wide receiver because they wanted him to.
Yes.
Had nothing. The Eagles wanted Amon St. Ra to be a $30 million receiver. Listen, I don't even know when the last time the Lions had a $15 million receiver.
Calvin. I don't know if Calvin, if Megatron reached that amount of money.
Was they even paying?
Played a little different time, but he was the man, though.
30 M's.
No. He ain't get no 30.
You
He
got Jaden
retired.
Watt. Listen, think about this. You have 2 sets of twins on this list. 2 sets of twins. You got the Eagles with their twins, and then you got the Dolphins with their twins.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are playing $58 million for 2 wide receivers a year.
And if Tyreek poke his mouth out and start cutting up a little bit, he gonna get a whole lot more than 20, whatever that is right there.
I mean, right now, Tyreek Hill could easily say, I want a $6 million raise.
No question. He can whatever Justin got, I want more. And my Dolphins are gonna pay it without question.
So you got, and then you also have the Eagles have their twins on here. The Eagles are playing $57 million a year for wide receiver play.
Yeah.
What are the Cowboys playing? Listen, I promise you right now, for our wide receivers, tight ends, and running backs combined are not probably making $57 million.
No. CeeDee this year will be, 17?
And think about this. The Eagles still have Saquon Barkley.
And they're paying their quarterback. Don't forget that.
And they paid their offensive lineman.
And they paid their
That's what I say, bro. Like, this has nothing to do with calculations, bro. It has nothing to do with it. Nothing.
No.
That's all right. So you got wide receivers on here. Let's go. I'm gonna look at this running backs. Eagles also have Saquon Barkley's making $12 million this year.
Wow.
Let's look at quarterbacks real quick.
Down, you don't pay no more than $7-8 million for a running back.
Look at this. The Eagles have Jalen Hurts on here.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles have a top 10 paid. Oh my God. They have a top 6 paid quarterback. They have a top 3 paid running back. They have 2 top 7 paid wide receivers. Bro, they have the most expensive they have to have the most expensive offensive.
And everybody got the same salary cap.
They have to have the most expensive offense in football, bro.
When you look at offensive line, I think
There you go.
one of the highest paid as well.
Bro, they have to have the most expensive offensive. They have to have one of the most expensive.
You ain't count the offensive line. Don't forget about the guy Dallas.
Bro, they got. Oh my God, bro.
Told you.
Oh my God.
I told you.
Dallas Goddard just got a contract too.
Goddard just got one too, the tight end.
Yeah.
So yo,
also when Jalen Hurts signed his contract, he was the second highest paid quarterback in the league.
All right, so let's put this out there.
Context.
So let's put this in. Is somebody in the comments is somebody saving this information? Is somebody writing this down on a piece of paper so we can put a meme together? Is somebody doing this because we need the meme? So the Eagles. So y'all, and listen to me. You know what's crazy? With all this said, y'all still don't expect the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. But we do.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Yeah.
Think about this. The Eagles have a top 6 paid quarterback, a top 4 paid tight end, 2 top 6 paid wide receivers, the 3rd highest paid running back in football. Let's go look at wide offense because they saying look at these offensive line.
Yeah, look.
They have Jordan. Oh my God. They have. Oh my God. They have the 4th highest paid left tackle in all of football.
Yeah. That's a high premium paid position too.
Oh my God. They have the highest paid guard in football.
Told you. All on the same, all with the same salary cap. Everybody got the same salary cap.
Hey, guess what, y'all? They ain't pay their center though. Oh my Lord, thank you, Jesus.
But only reason why they ain't pay their center is because Kelsey retired. Remember?
Oh my God.
Kelsey retired.
Oh my God. Let's go to right. Let's try to roll to right. Let's go to right guard. All right, so they ain't paid their right guard. Okay. They ain't paid their right guard. Let's go to right tackle. But then they got Lane Johnson. Bro, are you freaking?
Told you. But see, when you listen, now you come.
There's only 11 positions on football, OG.
Well, you ain't got the defense yet, Doc.
They have they have the highest paid. Let's go over this real quick. They have a top 10 paid quarterback.
Still ain't done one other position before you go there.
Where?
Still ain't done one position.
Where?
Go to tight end. Go to tight end.
4th highest paid tight end in all of football.
But if you listen to Dallas, the first thing that you hear, they say, well, you can't get all. I mean, you can't do that because the pie, your quarterback takes the biggest pie. Well, you just saw Jalen Hurts getting paid over $50 million, and they done signed everybody.
Bro, please explain to me, Henny, you own a store, you in the liquor store. How is this possible that they have listen to me, I'm going to just say this. I would say out of 9 positions on their team, on their offense, 10 guys, at least 9 guys are paying in the top 10 in the entire league. If you just want to blanket it.
Yeah.
But think about this. They have a top 5 paid running back. They have 2 top paid wide receivers. They have a top paid quarterback. They have the highest paid guard in all of football. They have the second highest paid left tackle in all of football. They have the 4th highest paid right tackle in all of football. The 4th highest paid tight end in all of football. And they got 2 wide receivers that are in the top 7 highest paid in all of football.
With a $50 million quarterback. And the Cowboys say you can't pay for nobody.
You can't pay for nobody.
The Cowboys say you can't. If the quarterback take the biggest pie, you can't pay all these folks. And all Philly did just made you look like a fool because some kind of way they signed it. So the conclusion of it is this. They know what they doing, and we don't. It's just
hey, OG, can I say this, though? At this point, I don't think this is expertise. Jerry is the Michael Jordan of contracts, bro. He is. But let me say.
I agree.
Listen, I don't want to.
Michael Jordan of contracts. And
let me finish.
Years right now.
Let me listen. Let me finish my statement. He is the Michael Jordan of contracts. At this point right here, this is a willingness not to do it, bro. This is the Cowboys flat out choosing not to do this.
That very well may be the case.
Like you're not like this isn't because bro, like the Eagles are in your division. Your first job as a professional team in the NFL is to win your division. The Eagles are literally trying to buy their division, and honest with you, that's what you're supposed to do. And think about this: all these players are all players that they have drafted. We're not even talking about free agents.
I say it like this, Wes, and I'm not negating your point at all because you're right. Because at the end of the day, that's the bottom line because we don't see the results. But you just said something. You said that Jerry Jones is the Michael Jordan of contracts. Okay, well then that very well may be true too. But it's bad when you don't let Michael Jordan be Michael Jordan and you done handed the responsibility to the 6th man of the year, the bench player. And that's what the problem is. Stephen Jones ain't no Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? He truly is a bench mentality type dude who hoping that if he signs some bargain guys, they'll turn into all pros or Pro Bowl players. And in some instances, he done got lucky off that. He went to the UFL. He got an all-pro kicker. He got an all-pro kick returner. To his degree, some of it have worked for the cheap. But Jerry, this type of system is not what Jerry Jones do. He's known as a risk taker. There's no risk involved with Jerry. He's turned it over to Steven, and you're getting Stephen Jones results. That's all I'm saying.
What's up with you? Talk to me.
Listen, Wes, I'm a contrarian, and I like arguing with you. But when you're right, you're right. Because I do agree. There's no way that the Dallas Cowboys have all these top analysts, have all these top cap experts, have one of the most marketable franchises and all this other stuff, and they can't figure out the money. Like, they print their own money at this point. They know how to manage a cap if they wanted to. So you're right. It is a willingness to ignore these people and go their own route. They're intentionally trying to be cheap and play money ball. That's the only explanation for it at this point, to have all the resources the Dallas Cowboys have and continue to not get the market right. Like, they don't want to pay these people top of the market. Remember, we only talk about CeeDee Lamb should have already had a contract. Dak Prescott should have already had a contract, right? And matter of fact, you should have tried to give Dak Prescott a contract when he was coming off of that year when he threw 15 interceptions and was injured. You could have gave Dak Prescott a contract right then.
Yep.
You could have
And you
you
know
could
what
have
you did?
gave CeeDee Lamb a contract the same year. But now we're sitting here with all these key players on 1-year deals, wondering what the hell's going on. And this is what they want. You don't intentionally get to the point where you got 31 free agents. That's by design.
Yep.
Yeah, and hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. One thing I noticed about the Eagles is the Eagles have made a conscious decision to pay one portion of their team, and that is their offense. And you know something that I've noticed too about the Eagles too, man. Say what you want to say, but them mother effers draft good, bro.
Yeah.
Because all these players we're naming, those are all players they drafted.
Yeah. They
All
draft good.
outside of Saquon Barkley.
Well, and also keep in mind that the last few years when we started talking about the draft, the Eagles have made their way into the top 15 in drafting. And they were a playoff team. So hey, when you're in a playoff team, you're supposed to be drafting in the 20s and 23, 24 and down. They find their way in the teens. So, and that's how they get the Jordan Davises. That's how they get the other defensive tackle that they got. That's how they get these little linemen. That's how they got the kid that, even though they lost the cornerbacks, they got considered to be some of the best rookie cornerbacks out of the draft last year because they were drafting high again. So it's their front office, call it what it is. They're pretty good. It's just that simple. They're pretty good at what they do. They're aggressive. They don't mind spending money, and they know that they got a window to try to win the Super Bowl, and they going for it. It's just that simple. We, on the other hand, we had a window, and they keep adding free agents. What we do is do the total opposite. We run away from them.
Hey, I wanna look at this. I want y'all to show y'all something because guess who their biggest cap hit is next year? Our biggest cap hit, guess who it is? Dak Prescott. How much? 50. How much, Henny, to be exact?
You asked what was the question?
What's the biggest Cowboys salary hit, cap hit next year?
Dak Prescott.
How much?
55, if I'm not mistaken.
All right. Their biggest, the Philadelphia Eagles' biggest cap hit next year, $15.8 million. And guess who it is? Lane Johnson. Guess how much Jalen Hurts actually counting towards their cap next year? $13.5 million. A.J. Brown, guess how much he's counting? 11. Jordan Maleta, these are all their top players. Guess how much he's counting? 11. They don't. Darius Slay, 9. Brandon Graham, 9. Devontae Smith, he's only counting $8 million against the cap. You guys want to know why these guys are having these big old numbers? Think about this, Saquon Barkley. He's only going to count $3.8 million against the cap. You guys want to know why these cap numbers are so low? It's because the Eagles realize that, damn, there's two ways you can buy a car. You can go in and just give them the $80,000 they want for the car, or you can actually what? Finance it? Oh, and you know what the Eagles also realize? The earlier you get to financing, the better the number is for you. The Cowboys are so worried about the wrong number, bruh. We need to be worried about the cap number because the cap number is the number you got to actually turn in. All the other numbers are bogus, bruh. They're all bogus numbers, bruh.
Yeah.
They're all bogus numbers, bruh.
They know what they're doing over there, man. You can't sign all these guys like this if you don't know what you're doing. They know what they're doing. It's no question. Somebody over there, whoever's handling the cap over there, he knows exactly what needs to be done and how to do it. In comparison to us, we're not even in the same ballpark. Whether it's willingly or not, we're just not in the same ballpark.
I'm pretty sure that they know the same information that the Eagles know. I'm pretty sure they know by signing this person to this extension, you save this amount of money short term. I'm pretty sure they know how to structure the contracts. I'm pretty sure they know all these things, all the little cap saving tips, right?
Bro. Oh my God.
If their strategy is to do the money ball thing, if they want to go UFL for certain positions, if they want to go late round draft picks for certain positions, and it's been working for them, that's the issue. When you
that's what the problem is. It doesn't work.
You have too much success doing it the wrong way. You're never going to try and get it right.
Yeah.
You're never going to try and get it right. So you can keep finding undrafted quarterbacks that turn to all pros, 4th round quarterbacks that turn into all pros, 4th
Yep.
round running backs that turn into Pro Bowlers,
Yeah.
UFL kickers that turn to all pros. They're never going to stop.
Henny,
Yeah, because it worked.
Henny, we're not doing it right. We're not doing it right. We are not doing this. The Cowboys are not doing this right.
Well, I
Bro,
already said that.
listen to our cap hits, bro. Listen to our cap hits this year. The Eagles' highest cap, how much was it?
You said 17, right?
13.
And it was a left tackle. These are our cap hits. 55.1 million. Dak Prescott. DeMarcus Lawrence, 20.4. Listen to me. I love D-Law. Y'all celebrate him this year because he will not be a Cowboy next year. CeeDee Lamb, 17 point. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not hating on D-Law. That's what the money says. The money says he will not be back next year.
Draft said he ain't gonna be back next year. You drafted his clone in the 2nd round.
Bruh, DeMarcus Lawrence may not make it through training camp, bruh. With a cap hit of $20.4 million? But how does he make it through training camp?
Necessity.
Yeah.
That is weird to listen to me. I just officially saw something that's weird. Because CeeDee Lamb's cap hit is 17.9. Don't forget, we also have Zach Martin, who's 15.5, Trevon Diggs, who's 14.1, Terrence Steele, who's 11, Brandon Cooks, who's 10. Bruh, we are not doing this right.
But I will say this: the only huge contract hit that you have is Dak Prescott, and you have that contract hit because you ain't gave him an extension.
Stupid.
Because his cap hit could very well be $20 million if you gave him a damn extension.
And you need to you need to do something with DeMarcus Lawrence too.
Yeah.
Bro, DeMarcus Lawrence cannot make $20 million this year, bro. And then CeeDee, like, bro, listen to me. Within that, listen to me. If I'm DeMarcus Lawrence, if I'm CeeDee Lamb, I love D-Law, but I'm looking at D-Law like, bruh. Like, you can't have things like that in your you know what I'm saying? That's like I'm cashier 1, Bishop cashier 2. I done seen 100 customers, you done seen 3. We go sit up at a man. We talking about what? I know I should get mine. But since we short staffed, you gonna get yours? Bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
But this is another thing
You
you
have
gotta look
over
at.
$100 million in cap hits in 4 players, bro.
But this is the thing you gotta look at with those cap hits. Nobody told the Dallas Cowboys to restructure Dak Prescott 3 times. Nobody told them to restructure DeMarcus Lawrence. They got those cap hits because they played with the money.
Yep.
That's an issue that they created themselves.
Kept pushing it back. And I'm gonna tell you, the Cowboy Nation, we also, not say we because I knew the difference, but I'm gonna throw myself in there too because I love y'all. We got to know the definition, the difference between a restructure and an extension, because Dak was getting restructured and y'all was like, oh yeah, they extended him. No, they was not. They were not. They were not. Restructure simply means they took the current money that you currently have and they just restructured it. They put it in. So imagine if you had dreads in your hair. Say you had locks. You had locks in your hair. Well, guess what? You go to the barbershop, they restructure them locks. All they going to do is clean them up. That's it. They going to make your current hair look perfect, cool. An extension would be me going to the barbershop and walking out with locks on my head. Locks on my head. You know what I'm saying? See, when Henny goes to the barbershop, he restructures his locks because they're already there. They just make them look nicer. They get them an edge up, but it's the same hair. Yeah. If I go to the barbershop and I walk out and I leave and I look like, what's up, man? Welcome to the trap. Yeah, welcome to the trap, man. Trap. You know what I'm saying? Who I sound like? Do I sound like landlord? His voice couldn't pop in my head fast enough. Or when I'm out here, you hurry up and buy. You only get, you know what I'm saying, leave your backpacks at the door. I walk out looking like Henny the Moore or like landlord. That's an extension because they added something that was not there.
But hey, Wes, I don't mean to cut you off or anything. Man. But Stephen Carroll hit us with a $4.99 and asked can you turn the volume up on my end because they can barely hear me.
Well, God, hey, you know you special when they paying to turn. I give him $5 turn the microphone up, man. West Coast with his hating ass, man. There you go, man. Let's turn it up. Turn him up, man. Go $5. Steven, I gave you a whole $5 worth. Say something, Henny. I turned him up so loud, I turned him off. God damn.
Yeah.
Nah, he's still there. He's still there. He's still there. He got AT&T though.
Wow.
But he on there. He on one. He in here somewhere. But but yeah, man, think about that though. Listen, we're gonna have to like do a real show where we really go into depth on these cap numbers because this is ridiculous.
Well, it's simple though. You restructured Dak and you restructured CD, and since you just threw out D Law, I mean he's under contract. It's simple. Convert some of the money into the signing bonus, and you let down the cap hit. It's simple.
So DeMarcus Lawrence will get restructured.
He should.
He should. There's no. Listen to me.
You can't escape
You
it.
can't, but Wes, you can't. But this the thing. He on a 1-year deal.
Oh, you can't restructure him then.
No.
Yeah.
Only
yeah,
thing
like,
you can do is what.
this is it.
That's why OG saying what he's saying.
Yeah.
Also, hey Wes, I don't know if you could hear me earlier, but
Just
Steven
say it
had,
again.
huh?
Just say, oh, I turned you up. I turned you up, and I gave him his whole $5 worth.
All right, cool. Because I had to come in and go back out. But yeah, man. But the Dallas Cowboys, that's how they got in this issue right now. They keep playing with the church's money. Y'all heard that saying before. Like, listen, the collection plate was already full, right? You had everything to pay for the building fund. But hey, but Pastor said he had to put a couple a new wheel on the church bus. They needed to put a hot water heater in there where they had Sunday school at, so they had to touch the money. So now there's a little bit missed off the top of the building fund. Dallas Cowboys did that to themselves.
Yeah. Hey, funny story. Raise your hand if your dad is a preacher, or if you're a preacher. Hey, Henny's raising his hand right now too. You just don't see him. We are the Baptist Belt.
Hey,
Dallas
man, Arkansas, Tennessee. You know how it goes.
Hey, real quick. Watch this. The doors of the church are open.
Hey, man.
That's crazy.
Reverend Dunwood, what you mean, boy?
Yeah, R.I.P. Pastor Dunwood, man.
Only pastor I know that take you out that back and whoop your butt and then give you a quarter for a cupcake. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yeah, he did.
Did that to the very end, man.
You know what's crazy? It didn't dawn on me that Reverend Dunwood was literally paying for the same cupcakes that the church was supposed to be selling. Because the church is selling cupcakes, right? The mother's selling cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? Because for the funds or something. Reverend Dunwood, every single Sunday, pull out about at least $10 worth of quarters and give all the kids quarters. So he was basically paying for the cupcakes for the.
Wow.
And this was every Sunday. Every Sunday, when the doors of the church would come out, he would go around at the end and he would wait at the door of the church. So as you walked out, he would hand each kid a couple quarters, enough quarters so they can go buy some cupcakes. Even though the church was making the cupcakes.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but yeah, back to what we was talking about though. Shout out to Reverend Dunwood. But yo, we gotta schedule a show. I want to schedule, and we gotta schedule a show where we really, really educate Cowboy Nation on salary cap and what's going on, because I think everybody, man, I think a lot of people are getting duped right now. And it's simply because of lack of information, man, because I've always known that the Eagles were, I've always just felt that the Eagles did a really good job of managing the money, man. And this is cold hard facts that they do. Hold up real quick. Go ahead, talk. Let me quiet these dogs.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother.
Some things are simple, ladies and gentlemen. Some things are simple. It's really about the people that are on deals. They have it in the clauses that, they can restructure your deal at any time. They don't have to ask your permission. They can do it, and they'll convert your money over to a signing bonus. For instance, if let's just say it's $10 million, they can convert it They can convert it $8 million into a signing bonus. That means your cap is only $2 million. It's really just that simple. The Cowboys, as West Coast have said and Henry have said, they have chosen not to do the simple things. They have chosen not to do the simple things that every other organization does. They have chosen not to do that. They know they can restructure Terrence Steele's deal. They know they can restructure Zach Martin deal. They know they can do all that. You're not taking money from them. You're giving them the money and a signing bonus to them. No player is gonna be upset if you call and say, "Hey, we restructure your deal. Come pick up this $9 million signing bonus." Nobody's gonna be mad. Nobody's gonna be mad.
That's exactly what happens.
That's what they do. They don't have to let you know. Hey, they don't have to ask permission to restructure your deal. They just call you up and say, "Hey, we restructure your deal. We got this signing bonus, converted signing bonus over. Come pick up this $10 million check today, and it's deposit. You go on deposit, sign or whatever." This is what they chose not to do. They haven't. I mean, and that's the real question. Why haven't they done it? So the only thing that I can say logically is, number one, they don't want to do it, which leads to another question. Why don't they want to do it? So my question is, like, are we really in the middle of a silent rebuild? The reason why they're not doing it, because they're dedicated not to paying, at least as of right now. It's obvious that they don't want to pay Dak and they don't want to pay CeeDee. Well, at least as of now. I believe it's going to happen, but as of now, that's the only option I can come with. Go ahead, Henry, I'm sorry.
Hey, and Franklin saying, he says that's not true. They can't give you a deal unless you agree to it. That is partially true, and that's partially true. And well, I mean, it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but we're not talking
I'll
about
say this.
we're not. Hold on. Let me, go.
I was gonna say about restructures. Most restructures are already inputted into the original contract that they signed, so they don't actually need permission after you sign the initial contract. There's already language inside of the original contract that allows for the team to restructure a contract. So sometimes when they restructure the contract, they're going to actually convert that into a real signing bonus that you get, and other times it's just going to say you got a signing bonus on paper. Right, they're both things are true. Like, you can get a restructure and not get any money back. You can get a restructure and get a large sum of money back. It just depends on how they go about doing the bookkeeping. But to answer your question, you are technically correct. They have to agree to a contract.
Thanks.
But once they sign the initial contract, right, they sign that initial extension. There's already language built in for these restructures. That's why they did not have to ask Dak Prescott not a singular time if he wanted to get his contract restructured to 3 times.
Dak even said it in the interview. Dak even said it in the interview.
Yeah, they don't have to ask anything.
He even said it in the interview.
After you sign that first contract, if the language is already there in the contract, then they can go ahead and restructure it. The only way that they got to ask permission to restructure you is if that language did not originally exist in the original contract.
Yeah.
That's it.
But other than that, you're good. And Dak even said it. Dak even said that in his interview when they were asking him about it, because a lot of people were talking about Dak Prescott getting a contract, but it wasn't a contract. He was just getting restructured. They were just pushing the money back. But you got to remember, Dak didn't have a 6-year deal. Dak only had a 4-year deal. So restructuring a 4-year deal is crazy within itself already, because you don't have enough years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the Cowboys waited till like year 3 when they themselves. Like, the worst thing the Cowboys ever did with Dak Prescott, first off, is they allowed his rookie deal to expire. They should have extended his rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? Because then he could have played on his rookie deal and had his new contract right after. The same thing they did with Trevon Diggs. Like, Trevon Diggs is going to count according to taps now because they extended him. Trevon Diggs still played out his rookie deal. Same thing with Zeke. Zeke played out his rookie deal. Everybody's like, he's a $12 million running back. I'm like, technically he's not. You know what I'm saying? Because technically that doesn't start till next year. But he was making $12 million. Why? Because of the signing bonus and the other monies when you add them together. But as far as a cap hit, no, he was not. Zeke never was a $12 million. The year he was supposed to, what did they do? They released him. They released him. You know what I'm saying? So you have to actually look, and that's the exact same thing I was saying about these contracts. And you got to remember, the overall money doesn't matter to the Cowboys. It's the number they have to report to the actual commissioner. You know what I'm saying? It's like if someone gave you some apples and they said, "Hey man, you can sell all these apples for $1." You know what I'm saying? And but guess what? You go sell them for $3. How much do you actually got to turn in? You got to turn in $1. That's what you only responsible for. So everything over, that's yours.
Exactly.
And it's
That's how you gotta look
it's
at it.
exact. And I don't know. And listen to me. I think I do a really good job. I think he does a really good job. I think Bishop does a really good job of putting this like in layman's normal terms. Like that's
Yeah,
basically
best at it.
what these shows are about. And I'm gonna tell you, just like the Cowboys do, at some point you have to make a conscious decision to make this stuff make sense. Like, how are the Eagles able to do this and still lose in the same rounds as us? Like, you know what I mean? Like they were also in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're adding legitimate pieces according to those that love the game. We ain't talking about legitimate Pro Bowl type players. They've been doing it for the last couple of years, and like Wes just said, they don't get nowhere. They did get to the Super Bowl one year and all that, but last year there's nowhere in the world nobody predicted that the Eagles would collapse like they did, and they had an all-world team last year. They did. They had 2 cornerbacks that made the Pro Bowl. They had 2 wide receivers that made the Pro Bowl. Jalen Hurts, y'all said he's the MVP type dude. They had considered the best offensive line in football last year. That was the way it was, and then they had a pretty good defense as well. They folded like a tent, like a folding chair last year. I think they lost 6 or 7 or something like that in a row. That's the only reason why we won the division, because Philly collapsed. That's the reason why we won it. We won games we supposed to, but Philly helped us out last year by losing all that. So it makes no difference what status your guys are in. It's about how our team plays down the stretch, and so it makes no difference. They lost us in the same round we did. So bingo.
Yeah, they did, and they had one of the worst defenses in National Football League down
Yeah.
their stretch. That's why they went out there and invested all that draft capital in trying to revamp their defense.
Mhm.
So congratulations to the Eagles. But that's the thing. Like, folks talk about the Eagles, they got one championship ever. They got one Super Bowl in their entire existence. But we talk about them like they the New England Patriots or the Dallas
Well,
Cowboys from the '90s or
the
they're not
Eagles
this
fans,
dynasty or nothing, man.
the Eagles fans think that way.
But I don't think it's because you got to think like this. Like you can only pay who you can pay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't knock the Eagles for who they pay. Like they obviously they're playing the wrong players because when you put them together, they're not putting out Super Bowls. But what I'm saying is this: the Dallas Cowboys aren't even paying their players. You know what I'm
Bottom
saying?
line.
These are Philadelphia Eagle players that they drafted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they took chances on guys, put them in the draft, drafted these guys, brought them on their team, and then rewarded them with contracts. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: the Eagles are not allowing the cap to be a hindrance to stopping them to get their ultimate goal. Like if it did, like, and that's one thing I can respect about the Cowboys. Like literally, we spend less money in one year and then and lose in the first round of the playoffs, and then our first mind is how do we spend less money and get better? Like that doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying?
That's because they got a GM that could get fired.
Oh, bingo. And that might be the bottom line right there.
We talking about the Eagles. We're talking about the Eagles.
Yeah, because last time I checked, Jerry
Never
Jones
gonna-
still. Last time I checked, Jerry Jones still technically had the title of general manager in Dallas, and I know good and well he already said he ain't finna fire himself.
Yeah.
Right. So
he has his end of the year evaluation in a mirror, so he can look at himself. That's it. They don't.
I know I did my job. It's them.
Yeah. The mirror talk back to him.
I mean, I think Jerry Jones sees it. I think he sees it from the other optics, or he's like, man, I'm spending less money and still getting production like a team like the Eagles who are spending all this money. Because I think that'd be a way Jerry
Which is
Jones.
the problem.
Yeah, I think Jerry Jones literally thinks like that. I think he sits back and be like, damn, look at what all they spent on that. They spent all that money, and I didn't even have to do that. And listen, we've all lost in the same round.
I believe that is a major factor in the reason why there has been no movement because of success. Like we were just saying earlier. Look at the success. Some of these guys, you go get a much as we like to talk about, and people like to say, hey man, look, the Cowboys again in the XFL or they're in the UFL. Yeah, but the Cowboys are producing first team all pros out of there. So I mean, what else? I mean, it don't get no better than that. Your kicker, who nobody knew about. We laughed. We was asking for Mason Crosby. We were asking for oh my God, the kicker from San Francisco. We was asking for him, and when we called out Aubrey's name, we were like, what? What? And then all the kid did was come out here and was automatic the whole year. First team all pro. Took over Justin Tucker's deal. That first team all pro was just Baltimore's kicker forever. He came and took it from him, and he came from the UFL. Kavontae Turpin. All pro, Pro Bowl kick returner. First year. Come in. So the success of getting bargain type stuff. Thank you, Craig. It was Robbie Gold. That's what we wanted as a kicker. When you start looking at that, then you get these guys who we draft and they turn into Pro Bowlers within their first 3 years, such as LVE, such as at least Terrence Steele got the respect like that. It's hard to go against the success of what Will McClay, Stephen Jones, whoever else you want to turn it. They have a system, and their system has worked. And so when we say, hey, man, we're a couple pieces away, and they saying like, okay, well, I'm going to find that piece y'all talking about in the draft. I ain't trying to get nobody in no free agency pool and pay them 14, 15, 16 million, depending on the position. We're not doing that. The Eagles, on the other hand, say, hey, man, look, we saw the Rams win the Super Bowl this way. We saw Tampa Bay win the Super Bowl this way. We're gonna run with that style. We're not gonna try to do it the Cowboys way. Y'all gonna have the Pro Bowl. Y'all gonna have the All Pros. But when it comes to going to Super Bowls and winning them, the Rams set this thing up perfectly. That's the model we're gonna follow. And you can't argue with it, because guess what? At the end of the day, I saw the Rams raise the trophy in the air. I saw Tampa Bay should just sacrifice their whole franchise for Brady and that 1 year deal. And he brought in who he wanted to bring in. At the end of that year, they raised the trophy in the air. So you can't say that stacking the deck don't work, because we saw 2 years in a row that they won the Super Bowl, while the Cowboys, on the other hand, who want to draft and develop, are still searching for the Super Bowl.
And you know what? Cowboy fans, they will literally see a man. They Peter, man. I mean, they is it with Peter? They Peter, man. They see Jesus out there, crip walking on the water.
Swear.
And they're gonna step out there and gonna fall right in the ocean.
Yeah.
Cowboy fans will literally see you walk on water and will be like, but can he swim?
Yeah. Yeah. It's bottom line.
Listen to me. You'll tell the Cowboys fans all that, you know what they'll say, but what did the Rams do the next year? Yeah,
they made the playoffs.
But what did Tampa Bay do the next year? Listen,
they made the playoffs.
I don't give a damn what they did the next year.
They won the Super Bowl.
Jesus could come back. Listen to me. Jesus could come back the very next year and it won't even matter. Listen to me. Get it now. What does that mean?
Why you can't?
Now. Get it now. Sell all out. Do what you got to do to get it now. We're the only team in the NFL that's worried about next year while we're playing this year.
Yeah. He was talking about he was bringing up paying Micah Parsons 2 years ago. He was saying that 2 years ago. Well, we got this Micah Parsons be coming up before long. We got to make sure we got all the money in there to pay Micah Parsons. He was saying that 2 years ago. I mean, come on, man. It just don't make any sense. I thought you supposed to do things while your people are on their rookie deals. You stack the deck while you're on your rookie deals so that you can try to win now. That's what they do for the quarterbacks. When the quarterbacks are on their rookie deals, you stack the deck as best as you can. It's just that simple. So I don't know, we have our own system and we believe that that's the way to do it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, Money Man, he says Cowboy fan. That's a good comment right there. He said Cowboy fans say elite A West Coast. Pull up that cap again. Literally like 3 or 4 elite players on the entire roster. But Dak has all this elite talent and he still sucks, they say. Facts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Jalen Hurts has the highest paid offense in all of football, bro.
Who is Franklin Saint? What team is he with?
He says, I don't know. It's a fake profile anyway, so I ain't really.
Oh, I know he's not a Cowboy fan.
Yeah,
I just want to know. He said we
I'm just-
won the Super Bowl.
I'm just literally using him as for content. That's all because it's not a fake profile. You know what I'm saying? It's not a real profile. It's West Coast. You one of the rare Cowboy fans I heard you say get now. That's how you do it. That's why I love home. Hey, and listen to me. That's how it's about, man. You get it right now. Don't nobody give a damn about next year. And I'm gonna tell you this one thing I respect about the Eagles, and I'm gonna tell you another team that has it too, the Cincinnati Bengals. Once you get that taste of a Super Bowl or almost, like they don't wash it out their mouth, man. Shout out to my boy Jay Spears. He said appreciate the content.
You don't start over.
You don't. That's like the Eagles are chasing that taste. They're chasing the Cincinnati Bengals are chasing that. Like they're chasing that, like, you know what I mean? They don't want to go back to having fans with bags over their heads in the stands. Same thing with the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, they refuse to go back to those days.
No.
They refuse.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this right now. Week 1, we didn't even get to talk about this, but damn, week 1, we going to need CeeDee Lamb versus these Cincinnati, versus the Cleveland Browns. Because the Cleveland Browns this week, the Dallas Cowboys going to the Cleveland Browns to open up the NFL season is going to be their freaking Super Bowl.
It's going to be so emotional. Them boys going to be on the high. They already come in. They were pretty much the number 1 defense in the league last year, the whole year, and they ain't hardly lose anybody. They're going to be ready to play. They had a quarterback with them finally. Time will tell how good Deshaun will be. I didn't think it was going to be this way, and I don't mean to get into the game mode, but I didn't think Nick Chubb would be ready. But all indication is that Chubb is going to be ready to play. I'm not saying he's going to be the Nick Chubb. You know, he had a horrifying knee injury. But if he is, I mean, we going to get tested like in a way, man, that you ain't seen in a while. So, you know, we better have all hands on deck. And West is absolutely right. When you go down them first 8 weeks of the season, you better have, now I'm talking about the Cowboys schedule, you better have all hands on deck if you're talking about you maybe doing something. You better have all hands on deck or you're going to find yourself in a hole that's going to be hard to get out of. And playing around with CeeDee Lamb, that shouldn't even be in the playbook, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think CeeDee Lamb gonna sign no 10-year deal. I definitely no, he definitely gonna get signed. This ain't baseball. In football, they not signing. No team would even give a player a 10-year deal. I mean, outside of like Patrick Monk, the only position I think you could even give a 10-year deal would be like a quarterback. That's it. That's
and that's if they want it that way.
But that would not.
But Patrick Mahomes had made a decision that he want to be a Kansas City Chief forever.
But think about this: they gonna restructure that deal.
They're gonna restructure the deal, but he signed a 10-year deal. He ain't getting. I mean, he'll be there. The most quarterbacks want to sign no more than 3 to 4 years, especially at the ages they are, because they want as many chances to get a big bite out of the apple as they can. So, you know, even with Dak, if Dak signs with the Cowboys or whoever he signed with, he ain't gonna be no more than 3 or 4 years. And guess what's gonna happen? Dak ain't 30 years old. He at 34 years old, if his love is still there, he gonna get another big bite at the apple. So that's the way that most quarterbacks are doing it. Nobody ain't doing that Patrick Mahomes thing. And, you know, ain't no quarterback doing those 7-year deal. When Tua signs, it's going to be that way. When Brock Purdy signs in the next year or this year, it's going to be that way. When Jordan Love, it's going to be no more. The owners want a 5, 6, 7, 8-year deal. The players know that they're going to be in line to get another big payday. And when you're young like that, you got to get as much as you can because you don't have no plans on working nowhere. You got to get it. It's just like Wes said with the team. With the players, you only allowed so many years to play this game. Even at the quarterback position, everybody not Brady. Everybody not like Aaron Rodgers. Some of these guys just gonna play 8 to 10 years, and they're gonna play it at a high level. And while you got them 8 to 10 years, or what they consider prime years, you better get as much money as you can, because you plan on not working. It's just that simple.
Yeah. And Tyron Smith didn't have a 10-year deal. He got extended a couple times. Matter of fact, he got extended the last year, if I'm not mistaken. They gave him like a...
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, he didn't have a 10-year deal. They just kept extending him. Somebody, Gary says he think we'll go 10. I think the Cowboys will be better than that simply because of Dak Prescott and his offense. But I tell you like this, I believe that the Cowboys are a playoff team minus CeeDee Lamb? No, I do not.
Not even close.
No.
I mean, how far do y'all really think we gonna get if Jalen Tolbert, Brandon Cooks, and pick your third receivers, Jalen Brooks or whoever? How far you really think we gonna get? Seriously.
And I'm gonna tell you this: trading for a receiver would make no sense because it would make more sense to sign the guy you have.
Sign the guy you have. It's not a debate. There is a difference between CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks being your number one. Y'all see that right there? It's a big difference. Your number two receiver is Jalen, would be Tolbert. I mean, ain't no defensive coordinator scared of that. They scared of CeeDee. They automatically commit 2 men to CeeDee, whether safety over the top or linebacker underneath. It's 2 men. Nobody goes one-on-one with CeeDee. You put Brandon Cooks out there and Jalen Tolbert, man, they're going to line up 8 in the box and dare Jalen Tolbert and Brandon Cooks to beat you, even though Brandon is still super fast. You're not scared of that. You're not. No defense coordinator is scared of that. CeeDee in there, you're scared. No question.
Facts.
You know who your best receiver going to be if CeeDee ain't there? Jake Ferguson. That'd be your best receiver. It ain't gonna be Cooks or Tolbert. It's gonna be Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, we're gonna be 12 personnel heavy like a mug.
Yeah. You're gonna have a tight end that will lead the team in receptions, possibly yards.
That means your big play. And we also remember CeeDee Lamb led the league in top plays last year. Top big plays. Those are plays over 20 yards.
It's gone. It's gone if he's not there.
96-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Stop it.
That's your explosiveness gone.
Gone. Totally. You will be a grinded out type team, a time of possession type team, and it forces you to be, you got to be real good on these long drives because your explosiveness is out there. And a lot of things got to work right when you got a good receiver.
You're not going to sign CeeDee Lamb. You may as well not even sign Dak Prescott either, bro, because, I mean, and one would say why? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be paying Dak to be the highest paid the highest paid quarterback in football while throwing to probably the lowest receiving core in football. So, Dak, if I'm Dak Prescott, I would ask for more money without CeeDee Lamb. Without CeeDee Lamb, I'm going to need more.
Yeah, exactly. You know what we'll look like. Let me go to a person who y'all think is so great. Our offense would look like the Baltimore Ravens offense. Who is always been the number one receiver for the Baltimore Ravens? Their tight end, who's an all-pro. Lamar ain't never had a one wide receiver, and he don't throw to him.
And we can't even be Baltimore because Dak don't run like Lamar. So exactly. That's an element that we wouldn't even that we would be worse than them because Dak's not running like Lamar.
Yeah, think about it. Before Deebo Samuel got to San Francisco, their best receiver was George Kittle. How far did the 49ers go? As great as Kittle is, they didn't have a number one. They didn't get nowhere.
Real good point.
I'm serious. When Garoppolo was there, George Kittle was the number one receiver on the San Francisco 49er team. They and to his credit, Garoppolo and their defense, of course, they made a Super Bowl. But when it came down to making explosive plays, they couldn't get it done because you didn't have that element. You take that away from Dak Prescott, and then y'all gonna blame Dak and all that kind of stuff. But like Wes just said, 12 personnel would be like the base formation for everything. No question about it.
Verdi says they will add another receiver before the season starts if CeeDee Lamb holds out. Don't matter.
Ooh,
Don't matter.
it ain't Lamb.
It ain't CeeDee Lamb.
Y'all act like CeeDee could be replaced.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be nobody of even his quality. So
No, it's a different dude we talking about.
Not even gonna matter.
This an all-pro wide receiver we talking about, who was double teamed but still got over 130 catches.
Yeah. I mean, think about this. You have 10 receivers on the team now.
Good Lord. Come on now.
I'm just being facetious. They probably got like 8.
What I'm saying, when you know how you're a bad dude, when the defensive coordinator plans to stop you, double teams you, and you still get 135 catches, you still get over 1,500 yards receiving. You still become a first-team All-Pro.
And you still score 12 times.
And you still score 12 times while being double-teamed probably for 85% of the whole year. It was rare when he got one-on-one. Come on now.
In a 17-game season.
Come on now.
That means he never went 2 games without scoring. He never had 2 back-to-back where he didn't score. That means he scored he may have not scored this week, but then he made it up the next week.
Come on now. That's a different type dude when you get that type of attention. So he ain't like everybody else now. Let's not get ridiculous. He ain't first team All-Pro because somebody liked him. He earned it. He put numbers up while being double team. So let's not act like CeeDee ain't the truth now. Let's stop that.
Yeah, that's not. And there's you don't that production right now, unless someone just has a Miles Austin season, is irreplaceable.
Bingo. And
you cannot pay your rent off of hoping that someone's going to step up and just have some, like, if you're a Cowboy fan been long enough, you know what I mean by Miles Austin. Meaning we did not know who he was until that preseason game in New York.
And now let me throw this in. Now the only other way you can escape that, where his production go down, is unless you got on the other side a guy that's somewhat just like him, like Miami. Okay, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle. Philly, AJ, Devontae Smith. You got to have something that defensive coordinators are going to be scared of. Nobody ain't scared of Brandon Cooks like that.
Yeah. Hey, my boy, Mom, we gonna leave out on this comment because, man, that was a really good comment. He said, man, we got smoked with He said we got smoked with Green Bay with CeeDee Lamb. So I can't even imagine what would have happened. And think about this: CeeDee Lamb went off in that game.
He went off. He had 100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That's true.
Imagine what that score would have been if you take away CeeDee Lamb's, 100 yards and 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
You lose by 20.
Yeah. It's just the truth. You can't minimize CeeDee. You could debate over Dak. You could debate over Michael Parsons. You can debate over that all you want. There is no debate about CeeDee Lamb and how valuable he is, what he brings to the table, how much attention he gets per week. There is no debate about that. When offensive coordinators meet all week game planning for the Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb's name is pretty much right at the top of the list on how we gonna stop that dude. Bottom line.
He's the only dude on your offense that they're probably doing that for right now. Until Zeke shows us that he can, I believe he does. But until Zeke shows that he can still do it, then
that's it.
But the Cowboys don't even run the ball like that for us to even be like for people to like be afraid of it. You know what I mean? Because we had other than CeeDee, Jake Ferguson might get a little attention. But CeeDee Lamb is the whole game plan. But think about this: without CeeDee Lamb,
Jake Ferguson ain't worth a dime.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. Because
see what I'm saying?
They're gonna key on Jake Ferguson now,
and then he's gonna be shut. I mean, come on now, you can't minimize. Forget. He's a problem when he ain't got the ball in his hands. That's when you know you the man. When you don't have the ball in your hands, and the team is shifting coverage your way. That's when you know you the man. And he's the only guy on our team offensively that demands that type of attention. It's just that simple. I wish we stacked the deck like the 49ers. So you got to worry about McCaffrey. So you game playing against McCaffrey, which is why Kittle's one-on-one, which is why Debo gets a lot of one-on-ones. You definitely got one-on-ones because all the attention, your number one priority is stopping McCaffrey. Who do we have on our team other than CeeDee Lamb that you got to say, okay, other than CeeDee, we got to stop that guy? Nobody. We don't have nobody. Let's like you said, let Zeke come in showing out. It is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. He says run those likes up and shares. Well, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all do that. And I'm gonna say this too on the outs too, man. If you don't pay CD, man, bruh, you can't go to any player going forward in good faith on anything, bruh.
You want to take it further? Thank you for saying that. You 1,000% right. Let's carry it further. There are other free agents that's gonna come up. And a lot of people are going to be saying the Dallas Cowboys are interested, which they may not be. But what free agent going to want to come to Dallas?
Think about this. What free agent wide receiver will ever
want to come to Dallas?
Ever want to come to Dallas?
Come on now. After the Dez Bryants, after how they saw how Amari Cooper got traded.
Amari Cooper took $5 million less.
Come on, man.
Because the Washington Redskins offered him a 4-year deal, $25 million.
Come on, man.
He ended up taking a 5-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys, which was $5 million less. That's the equivalent of someone saying, I'm going to pay you $25 a day to do 4 days worth of work, or I can pay you $20 a day and do 5 days of work. Which one pays more? The 4 day, the one that does the 4 days. Why? Because you work one less day and you make $5 more. Well, that's what happened with Washington. They offered him a 4-year deal, $25 million a year. You know what I'm saying? 4-year deal, that's $25 million, right?
Yeah.
Cowboys, he ended up signing a 5-year deal for $20. That's a $5 million difference. He took a $5 million difference he took with the Dallas Cowboys to be a Cowboy. And what they do 18 months later, they trade him to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Just think about it. Free agents are looking. Because they're
pick.
Their time, exactly. Their time is coming up. And ESPN and everybody's going to always throw up Dallas as a potential landing spot. No free agent, because they all looking, they all hearing. The players are, after listening to Beasley, after listening to Dave.
Said they didn't even call me.
Exactly. After Derrick Henry built the house, he could walk to the star. And they ain't call him. They brought in Bobby Wagner, didn't even offer them a contract. What the world are you interviewing them for?
That are saying that they want to come to Dallas, and the Cowboys didn't even contact them.
Doc, come on now. So it's bigger than just what Wes just said, which is 1,000% true. Everybody looking, and they see. Because keep in mind, one other thing, Wes, a lot of these guys share the same agents.
Facts.
Don't forget that.
Dak and Derrick Henry are the same agent.
Come on now.
That's my honest to God reason why I believe the Cowboys didn't even call Derrick Henry. Because it's like this, bro. Like, imagine if you were about to go do a car deal or go do a deal with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out, time out. That's my baby mama?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to go? Nah, I'm cool. You don't even want to start no more? Nah, I'm cool.
Come on now.
Because, bro, she's not going. Bro, I'm telling you, once she sees me, bro, she's not going to give you a deal, bro. I'm telling you.
Bingo.
And I'm gonna tell you, that's exactly what I believe that the Dallas Cowboys, as soon as they were like, oh yeah, let's call Derek. Okay. Okay, Derek. Okay. What's his agent name? Okay. Wait. Hey Jerry. I typed in Derrick Henry and Todd Francis came up.
Yeah. Well, we already know how this gonna end up. We ain't gonna dial the first number to his number. No. So I'm saying is they really are dependent on the draft for real, because they ain't getting it no other way. Dallas, it don't have the same aura to play with the Cowboys. Teams run away. It's almost equivalent, and I don't mean to break it off like this, but it's just really true. It's almost kind of like LeBron James right now. LeBron puts out and says, I'll be willing to take a pay cut if y'all go get me some more help. Well, here's the thing. Nobody don't want to play with you, LeBron. You see what I'm saying? Nobody want to play with you. That's why Clay just signed with Dallas just now. Clay just signed with Dallas just now while we was on the show.
Wow.
Listen to me. And LeBron called Clay. That's what was reported. He called Clay trying to get him in. Man, nobody want to help out LeBron. Just like nobody want to help out the Dallas Cowboys. It's the same way. None.
Wow.
Yeah.
My boy's gonna do a video on that. I got them doing all the non-Cowboy stuff and all the other stuff, man. Hey, they ran it up. They did a video yesterday. That match did 9,000 views. I said, ooh, I might be on to something.
Yeah, I'm telling you now. You wait till they play them video game.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
Said I want to win a championship. What is you talking about, LeBron?
Exactly.
I was not in the playoffs last year, and you just.
I'm with Clay saying I'm willing to go play with 2 dominant ball hawks.
Yeah, and Clay.
And
also,
I'm willing to just stand out there and just spot up and shoot the 3. That's my job. I ain't got to put the ball on the floor. I'm gonna let Kyrie dribble all night long. I'm gonna let Luka dribble the shot clock down. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm trying to win a championship. That's all.
And guess what, Eastside Harold? Clay might be washed up, but he don't got to be Clay Thompson in Dallas.
Clay Thompson is a shooter.
Yeah, all he got to be is a setup shooter. He can be.
And he can do that.
You know what he's gonna be for the rest of his career?
A shooter.
Robert Horry.
Robert Horry. Bingo.
If you old enough to know what I'm talking about, that's what he's gonna be. He's gonna be
Steve Kerr.
Ray Allen.
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr. He's just gonna be a hired gun. That's all he's gonna be. He's just a hired shooter. That's all he can do. In the shoot.
Yeah. He ain't gotta be a splash brother.
He ain't gotta do none of it.
He ain't gotta be a splash brother. He just be a standstill brother.
And I'm gonna tell you this. In them playoff series, that's where you're gonna see that, because he's gonna be able to give you a hard 15, a hard 16 points.
Yeah. He ain't gotta be the man. That's what Clay and Kyrie for.
Yeah, they got dudes. They're paying. And think about this. I'm pretty sure they're not going to pay him like. They're not even going to pay him like. They're going to pay him like you're going to come off the bench and you're going to make key shots. Robert Horry just came off the bench, and some of Robert Horry's biggest moments. Go look what he did in that entire game.
Yeah,
boy, had like 7 points.
And because he played his role so well, guess how many rings he got?
Exactly.
7.
And Lamar Odom same way.
Yeah, come on now. So
when you put former star players in backup key roles, a lot of times you get a lot of good yield out of that. You know what I'm saying?
And guys with, to go back to football, well, it's really any sport, and guys who have been there, and when the moment arrives, they don't shrink up and know exactly what to do. And we had guys that's football players that could have been on this team.
Think about this. You know what I think the problem with LeBron too is? LeBron has not come to the realization that he needs to be someone's Klay Thompson, bruh.
Bingo.
Like LeBron would be viewed like he needs to go be someone's Klay Thompson. Like he needs to allow someone else to be the star.
But the problem is nobody wants to play. They don't want to help him. They don't want. It's kind of like he is looked at as the villain. A lot of guys are jealous of him because of the power that he has. They want to beat him. They want to go ahead. Nobody want to play with Michael Jordan. Nobody want to play with Magic. I mean, they drafted well and all that. Nobody want to help Michael Jordan now. They wanted to beat him. LeBron is in that same seat. Nobody didn't want to look. Nobody wanted to play with Kobe, as great as he was. Nobody. They wanted to beat him. And that's why they formed teams to go after Kobe. 2, 3, or 4, 5 guys. What do you think Boston did it for? Kevin Garnett, Pierce, Ray Allen, Rondo. They did it for one reason. At that time, it wasn't about LeBron. It was about stopping and beating Kobe Bryant. So they stacked the deck to take out a monster. That's what they did. And they won the championship. The only one won. But guess what? They took him out. That's the same thing that translates to football. Same thing. LeBron. That's what Philly did. That's what Tampa did. That's what the Rams did. The Rams said, we taking out Brady. We gonna take it out. And we gonna stack this deck on you. That's what they did.
LeBron need to call. I don't know what's up with Anthony Edwards' contract. He need to be calling them type dudes. Get these Klay Thompsons. You need to go. Like, and I'm gonna tell you this. I think LeBron at this point in his career is low key is not. I don't think he can handle having someone on his team that he feels is better than him. Like, bro, we all knew Anthony Davis was supposed to be, but bro, Anthony Davis couldn't even stay healthy.
No,
long enough.
No, they know that as long as he believe he the man, and he still is. That's a good name there, Lucky. You need somebody like a Curry, but Curry is locked in with Golden State forever. He gonna have that jersey on till he retires. But that's the kind of guy that you need. Clay said, and the Lakers could have had him. He was a free agent, whatever the case may be. They could have done a free agent.
Klay Thompson. Listen, Klay does not help the Klay does not help those Lakers get in the playoffs next year, bro. You still need something else. If you're Klay Thompson, you're like, bro, you want me to
trying to win.
Yeah, you want me to come, and you just drafted your son.
Yeah, like those are bad signs.
Listen to me. Listen, we all say we love it, but if you're Klay Thompson, how are you explaining to me that you want to win a championship and you did not make the playoffs last year? I mean, I think that we were in the play-in.
They made the playoffs, but they got knocked out in the first round.
We got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
How are you going to sell yourself over the Mavericks, bruh?
Yeah, you can't.
They just traded away Tim Hardaway. They doing all types of stuff to build their roster, make it better.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like saying, if we had a chance to get a free agent, that's why we don't go after them. How are you going to say this about the Cowboys? Like, okay, what are y'all doing? How in the world are y'all trying to win? Y'all got 39 players on 1-year deals. Do you know what mentality that does to a team? Do you know what kind of mental shape a team is in when 39 players on 1-year deals? Come on.
Let me give you an example. I remember 3 years ago when the Lakers were on a set. We were like 7 out of 8 wins, and then it was right before the trade deadline, and then they leaked that LeBron James was trying to trade like half the team.
Yeah,
we went on a 13-game losing streak.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's almost like the Lakers or the Cowboys of the NBA, bro.
I see the analogy. That's another show in itself. I see the analogy, perfect analogy. You got a big, well beyond figure that's kind of shadows the organization. Dak is nowhere near the star that LeBron is, but that shadow is huge in Cowboy land.
And think about this: there's still organizations that are ran by one person, bro. Like
one person
are run by Jerry Jones. And the Lakers are run by LeBron James.
LeBron James. Bingo.
And look at the success that both teams are getting.
Yeah. And the priorities are wrong. It ain't about championships. It's about.
You know what's crazy? And I'm going to tell y'all this right here. I never in my life thought I'd be watching the NBA where Utah, teams like Utah, listen, when I was growing up, come on, bro, they would go, but they not going to really win, bro.
No. This is crazy, man. There's a lot of similarities between the Lakers and the Cowboys. It really is. Once you really break it down and look at it, it's a lot of priority is not for the championship. It's different.
He said Bron never got better, just got better teammates.
Well,
listen, I still think LeBron is that.
LeBron is incredible now.
I still think LeBron is that dude, but I don't believe that there is enough juice in LeBron for 84 games to put you in a position. Because listen, you cannot be the 7th seed. You can't be doing it like that.
No.
You have to be like the second. Like, think about it this year. What were the top seed? What were the seeds that were in there? It was all the top 1 or 2 teams.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot be 7 seed going into a team that ain't lost since March.
Yeah. You can't do it. You mean you don't have enough the power. I mean, you came in as a 7th seed, but you ran straight into Denver in the first round.
He lost since like forever.
Come on now. You can't you playing the world champions right off the top.
And think about this. While you're scrambling around trying to get in the playoffs, you know what they're doing? Resting players and still winning.
Come on now. Come on, man.
Because success allows you to do what? It allows you to rest players.
Yeah. Not only that, you ain't got the personnel. Kind of sound familiar, don't it? You got to have the personnel to beat a team that owns you, like Denver owns the Lakers as for the last few years.
Oh, last thing.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of sound like the 49ers owning the Cowboys, don't it?
Hey, and think about this, OG. We're going to let them go with this. Is there this in both organizations? Nepotism.
God, yes. I ain't got to think about it.
One example of nepotism in Lakers.
Start at the top. Jerry Jones. The nepotism is I think the better word is the loyalty. Same thing with the Lakers. Loyalty to the system of how they run their organization and acquiring players. I think that's the better word. on that. Nepotism is, but if you want to go straight up nepotism and loyalty, I guess at the same time, Jerry and Steven. Right there. Right off the top.
And then look at this. And then think about this. Then you got the Lakers. Hey, I love it. I would have did it myself, but LeBron and his son, bro, and
There
everything.
you go. It's the same thing. Jerry and Steven, LeBron and Bronny. It's the same thing. Shadow, the gigantic shadow that hovers over the organization. Dak with the Cowboys, LeBron with the Lakers.
And then think about this. The same things too. The Lakers have off the basketball things that are bigger than on the basketball things. Like the biggest thing you've heard about the Lakers, bro, you didn't even, you got blew out in the playoffs. LeBron's damn near 40. And the biggest news we hear is you drafting LeBron's son. Bruh.
At 55. At 55.
And then, and not even the first round. Yeah, and then the Cowboys, like, bro, you lost in the first round at home. Your defense gave up 50. 50. Let's just round it up. They
And
rounded
all the
everything up.
talk, we haven't entered the talk about football.
And we
or
still ain't
position
talking
battle.
about what we gonna do about that 50 we gave up.
We don't know. We ain't done nothing but talk about Dak. We ain't done nothing but talk about CD contract. We done talk about Michael Parsons.
And your defense gave up 50.
And your defense gave up 50, in which you still haven't gave me no defensive tackles yet. You still ain't really addressed the issue like you need to. All this stuff is off the field type stuff. We haven't said anything yet. We still ain't talked about. I want to talk about so bad Brock Hoffman and Cooper Beebe. We ain't even talked about that yet. You see what I'm saying? We haven't even talked about that. Like, who really is going to be the center? I know everybody love Beebe, but Hoffman, we ain't even talked about it yet. See what I'm saying? What we ain't even talked about. Has the switch from right tackle for Tyler Guyton, can he really make that transition to left tackle? We ain't talked about this stuff yet. Because we got this, go back to the beginning of the show, Wes, we got this soap opera going on. This Emmy Award winning soap opera that is the Dallas Cowboys. We can't even talk about the football stuff. How about this, y'all? As much as y'all can't stand Dak Prescott, what you really should be talking about is Dak Prescott did all this in his first year in a system. What in the world you think he gonna do the second season? Y'all think we were talking about MVP last year. Shoot, if he have another year like last year, he probably will be your MVP this year because he's only gonna get better. But we can't talk about that because we talking about Dak and his extension. It's just crazy, man.
I don't even know who my center is.
I don't even know what my center is. Y'all love BB because he run over folks.
As of listen to me, it's July.
I don't know what my center is.
It's July 1st, big time.
I don't know who he is.
Who your center, man?
I don't know. I know BB can mold folks over. I get that.
24 days, bro.
But yeah, can he make line calls? Can defensive coordinators confuse him and make the bad line calls? That's a rookie.
Listen to me. Y'all gonna get paid, and then training camp gonna start. That's how quick we back to football. Y'all listen to me. Y'all gonna get paid on the 15th, and then training camp gonna get back. It's July 1st, and you don't know who your starting center is.
You don't know who your center is, Doc. Who your starting defensive tackles? Who? I mean, I know where you want to go. I know you want to go with Mozzie, but who your other starting defensive tackle?
July 1st, you have 3 quarterbacks, and they're all on 1-year deals. You're starting. Think about this. The only solidified thing you know on the offense is Zeke. Because he signed.
I got a cornerback who I know is great, but he coming off of ACL. Can he run? Can he make the cuts? I'm talking about Mr. Diggs now. Can he, is his knee holding up for real? DeMar and Overshown.
And you know what's so crazy? Why not just sign Gilmore just to hold him?
Just for the insurance, dog.
You can this is a business, bro. We cut people all the time, bro. Listen to me. We cut people all the time, bro. I saw the Dallas Cowboys sign Delonte Thompson for $2.5 million, right? They played this boy all the way up to training camp. The day before training camp was the official cut, you know what they did? They released him. And you know what they did? 45 minutes later, they signed his ass back for $750,000.
Come on, man. I got 2 guys, presumed starters on defense, who both are coming off ACLs. How do we know that their knees can hold up. We crucified Michael Gallup because he wasn't the same. How do we know that Diggs and Overshawn are going to be Diggs and Overshawn? How we know that?
And you don't want to spend no money to make sure.
You don't want to spend no insurance money.
Listen to me. When your insurance needs insurance, you have no insurance.
You have no insurance.
Hey, man, this has been a fire show.
Oh, Jesus.
We was on here an hour and 40 minutes, man. We have 200 people still on here watching, man. This has been a dope show. Big time. Let them know when you're going live again.
Tonight, y'all come back and hang with me. For those that haven't subscribed or followed me, go to YouTube, just type in the Big Time Show, turn on those live notifications. If you're on Facebook, just type in the Big Time Show, like the page, and that. Tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time, I'll be back and we'll talk about some of this stuff even more. But just come back with me tonight, 7 o'clock Central. I'll be at it again. And then, of course, tomorrow, I believe we going live tomorrow, West.
Oh yeah. We go live.
I'll probably be with West tomorrow, same time. So come back and hang with me tonight. We're gonna talk about this some more.
Hey, send me a link. I'll shoot. If I can jump on, I'll jump on.
Good.
But hey, also make sure if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that QVC code right there. Make sure you take a screenshot. That's gonna take you to all my platforms. I need y'all to click that right now. My goal for July, I'm at 11,200 followers. I would like to get to 13,000 followers on, this is YouTube. I'd like to get to 13,000 followers on YouTube. So that's extra 2,000 followers. And then also big times goal this year is this month is to add about 2,000 followers too, because the same 2,000 people that add me should be adding him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal for this. That's the goal. That's the goal that'll put me at about 13.5, and that'll put him around 4,000 something. You know what I'm saying? About 4,500, almost at that 5,000 mark. So let's do that. Wow. That's the goal. That's the goal. We can definitely do it. We got to move these numbers. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys and I'm gonna tell you this right here.
It's incredible what's been going on, dog.
Big shout out to Twitter too, because man, our biggest platform right now watching is Twitter. You know what I'm saying? We have it's 193 people in here right now, and 100 of them, 100 even of them are coming off of Twitter right now.
Good Lord.
So that is exactly Twitter is.
What's up, Twitter?
What's up, Twitter? Y'all is hungry for that information. Y'all hungry for the content. I appreciate y'all, man. We just connect. I mean, we've been on Twitter, but man, y'all, those numbers encourage me because I can easily just go live on my phone. But when I do that, it excludes Twitter because I'm not able to add it on there. But when I see numbers like that, it encourages me to get my butt on here and make sure I get y'all content. So Twitter, man, I appreciate y'all for holding me down, and y'all gonna get the love that trust me, you will definitely get the love that's reciprocated that y'all give because y'all my biggest platform right now. I got 70 people on Twitter watching still to this right now. Wow. That's bigger than my YouTube, Facebook, and shout out to the one person that holds it down. Hey, we both got one person on Twitch. Man,
What's up, Twitch?
What's up, Twitch? Hey, I'm going to the store in a little bit. Inbox me if you want something. You feel me? Shout out to everybody I appreciate everybody that's watching. This has been a fire show. If you haven't already, man, make sure you guys hit those cash apps on the way out, man. But most importantly, man, I'll probably go live later on today with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'll jump on here with something. I know if Big Time go live, I'll slide on, depending on what I'm doing. Oh, no. What time? It depends. What time is it? What time are you going live?
7, which will be 5 o'clock your time.
I got this team party tonight.
Well, you'll be all right. It won't be the first time.
If somebody jump on, either Henny will jump on, somebody.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We all family here. But somebody will hop on.
Yes, sir.
If not, we'll hold it down ourselves and try it again tomorrow. Ain't no.
Send me a link either way because I'll pair my channels.
I ain't got no problem.
All right.